Hanabi's already gone, so she can't see you.
Mm-hmm. 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 I wasn't sleeping.
That's just teasing. Yes, it's really wonderful. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's stream. My name is Decaf NVIDIA. I'm a video game streamer who primarily plays RPG games. I am also a hobby voice actor and singer, so you'll hear me do one or both of those things during the stream. My pronouns are he, they, and today we are playing some Reverse 1999, doing all the things that I've been meaning to do for a while now. Let's see if there's any here. And Dawn arrives as usual. Preface at Dusk.
Because Linska University Hospital received a rare case today.
Oh, right. For some reason, at the very end of the event story, we heard that some people's veins were turning into electrical wires. Now, I don't know if that's because of an arcanist skill or if it's storm syndrome, but I suppose we'll find out.
The patient's veins irreversibly transformed into electric wires. As of 1800, all arterial, venous, and capillary tissues throughout the patient's body have undergone necrosis.
Hmm.
The directors said they would invite more professionals to the consultation to decide on further research direction.
Right. Did they die though, or are they just living, um, living machines?
Global Variety News has claimed the case may become one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of the era.
Duh.
They started a new column to analyze possible compatibilities between the patient's new wired veins and different appliances.
Okay, so I do hope that the patients are all dead and they gave their consent before they died, and they're not just experimenting on live humans with wires for veins. The radio on the St. Paolo Foundation's garbles out the news through a haze of static. Still, Vila listens to it carefully, trying to parse out every snippet of information. Reaching out her arm, she gropes for the button and manages to silence the radio, whose sound has become more nuisance than news. Okay, that's what I was wondering. Yeah, so it's not voice acted. 1 hour and 50 minutes. He is late. Very late. She rubs her hands before balling them at her side. Patience, she reminds herself, is a universal virtue. Patience for coming change, for a new opportunity, patience for salvation. A universal virtue, perhaps, but one being tested to its limits here. Name day? Mr. Name Day must have stopped by some important business. Unable to send word because of its gravity, of course.
I should have gone with him. I could have seen the children sooner.
Hmm. I know this is Triashki, and I have no say here. But I would rather do something than just wait around like this. She looks around, her eyes landing on television. Even the temporary guest room and foundation prove spacious yet cozy. Everything here is more open, elegant, than anything Vila's ever seen since she came ashore. This comfort comes included with a full range of amenities. For example, a real, functioning, personal TV. Phew, alright.
Let me see.
It should work the same as a TV in Ryashi's canteen. Though Vila isn't overtly familiar with these appliances, a TV can't be too hard to use. After a click, pictures begin to stream onto the TV. Oh, it's CRT. A ballet set to sweeping orchestral suites. Swan Lake. Swan Lake. Hmm? It is a classic. I'm not surprised to find even people in the Far East appreciate it. But I'm not really in the mood for a ballet. I'd prefer something else. Instead of Swan Lake, but Swan Lake, or yet another Swan Lake.
Hmm?
Huh?
What?
Oh no. Is she in the artificial somnambulism? How can these all be playing Swan Lake? There's nothing else. No other program but Swan Lake. With each switch of the channel, the show creeps closer to its end. A stuttering prince lowers onto one knee, reaching his arm to the departing Odette. At this moment, she hears hurried footsteps coming from the corridor, followed by a knock on the door.
Madam.
Miss Vila, are you there? Yes. Please, come in. I'm so sorry, Miss Vila.
What's wrong?
What's wrong, Mr. Nameday? Catch a breath. Is it the kids? Did something happen to the kids?
It's
Oh, it's Nameday, okay.
the storm.
It's already here.
Hmm?
Oh, okay. So the electrical wires is storm syndrome. Alright. The storm? What do you mean?
And August has gone missing.
Oh no. I think Name Day was, because Name Day appeared in the in the extra like quest things you could do in the main event here, and I was suspicious that meant that this story still takes place on our timeline where people are being taken to the Foundation, um, to save them from the storm. And yep, this pretty much confirms it. They just revived Ryashki, and in this timeline, because the storm has arrived, they have to leave it again. Man. Alright, that was just the preface. That wasn't even the first chapter. Okay, a bunch of stuff I can fight. Now, the question is, do I have 340 teardrops in here? 40, 80, 120, 160, 200, and... No, sorry. 220, 320. We would be 20 clear drops short. Decisions. Decisions. We have 4 days and 3 hours. If I stream on Thursday, I'll have enough to roll on Thursday. But then, I wouldn't actually have anything to do. If I stream on Friday, I would have things to do, but I would no longer to roll for her. Okay, I've made up my mind. Guess I'm shelling out for reverse here. Time to wail, as MJ would say. But let's just have fun with the game for now. Stage 1. Crushed butterflies.
You shouldn't be here.
The humans are near. You won't be able to face them all. Leave while you still can. Last I checked, you were in no position to order me around. No one tells me what to do, especially not you, traitor. Remember this. I only spare you now because we are promised to return to our people. As for that scaleless, whether you've kept alive for the eternal soul or whatever else, it better be a corpse next time I see it. Or I will do to you that work for you. The dream fades. Vila opens her eyes, looking up at an unfamiliar ceiling. Where am I? She sits up and looks around. The white and grey diamond patterns on the wall, reminding her that it is not Rayashki. Still in the foundation. There isn't another second to be spent in bed. She is up with her clothes tidy and neat, ready to leave any minute, even in her sleep. Fine then. A brand new day. The last step in her routine, checking her schedule for what must be done.
Which means
Message from the HQ. More manpower. List names? Are you going? Vinchik.
Mm-hmm.
It is not released yet, but I hope to stay here. To be honest, I've barely passed training. What use could I be? You never know in a situation like this. Vila's cheerful footsteps draw near the chatting staff.
good morning.
Good morning. I'd like to ask.
Hmm?
Hmm? Oh, morning, Miss Vila. May the peace be with us. How can we help you? Miss Tatiana, Mr. Vincent. I was wondering if my application for the city room has been approved. You were looking to use it during the daytime, yes? Well, you should receive a delusion soon, within 7 working days. 7 days? That was not what I was told, sir. They said it would decide today at the latest, that we might hold an art class there. The children have been looking forward to it. Could you double check my application? You can find the date I first submitted it here. Sorry, we're really tied up these days. The process might take more time than expected. The female staff elbows the other and interrupts him. That isn't quite it. You see, there has been a change in procedure. Then, might we just use the room first? The kids will help clean, no need for any concern. And we'll be careful with everything there.
I see.
I understand, miss, but it's against the rules. A small figure waves on the scene, breaking the increasing tension of their confrontation. He looks up at them with he looks up at them with irrepressible eagerness and warmth. Or at least one of them.
Vila!
Hello? Hello, Vila. I found you. Yes. Oh, yes. Here I am. Hello to you too, Comrade August.
Let me see. 8:20. You're on time. But what about your friends? Why didn't you come together?
They are with Mr. Nameday. He brought us biting coin again. The author says he wants to have a contest with it. They will bite each other and see who has sharper teeth. But the kitty on the coin is sleeping. We are waiting for it to wake up first. I am sure the author will win, so I will not be watching the contest. I will just return for the rewards.
A biting coin. So, it was Namesday who took the Sharpedonti from the meeting room. They wanted to wake up anyone who fell asleep during the long meeting, but he must have been used a slumber incantation to make it sleep instead.
No!
I'll have to get it back from him.
Excuse me.
Let me help. I should take August to find Mr. Nameday. And in the meantime, we'll just have to find another place for our class. One without lengthy approvals. I'll bring the Sharpedonti back to you when I can. Will there be no more class in Diamond Caves today? But Son and Nina wants to have class there too. There are so many caves to play hide and seek in.
I'm sorry, child, not today. Maybe later, or after we get back to Rayashki.
It is time to go, August. Say goodbye to the lady and gentleman. Okay. Bye-bye, Mr. Polar Bear. Mrs. Polar Bear.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, that's already said. Grabbing at the corner of Vila's shirt, August follows her down the corridor, gripping his sunflower tightly in his arms. As they move beyond earshot of the chatting staff members, she poses a gentle question.
Kids,
August, why are you out in the hallways all alone? It is best to leave other comrades while we are in an unfamiliar place. Do you understand? It is for your safety. But why are you out here, little August? Will you tell me?
It is strange to see August hesitate. A dreadful series of imagined dangers pop into her mind. But she leans on her experience, waiting it out his answer behind a patient, tender smile.
Vila, you didn't turn into sea foam or even a squeaking line. Does that mean you have an eternal soul?
what?
What is an eternal soul? I think it is something for people with beautiful tails. Something that keeps them up so they won't sleep forever. But the author said it was like a pretty clothes that never get dirty. Immaculate. That keeps you safe. He said his mama does not the place where people go. Where people get them, called the church. But I told him, clothes can't protect people, because I saw Yevgeny, and he was wearing clothes when he turned to a sea swallow. Nameday says you will know the answer. But even if you don't, I think you must have one. That's why you have a pretty tail. They don't turn to sea foam.
Vila's eyes widen. She stops and turns to him inquisitively.
Turn into sea foam. I understand now. You are thinking about that fairy tale, aren't you?
I believe so.
You know that story came from Legends of the Rosilka. Or perhaps I should say the stories humans told about us. But they are only stories. Nothing more.
She stoops down, looking into August's eyes, searching for better answers to match his own search. His questions never had conventional answers.
That.
You didn't turn into sea foam.
I believe so.
No, I didn't.
People fold paper into different shapes and give them names. That's just what they do. The eternal soul is very much like that.
Good way to describe it.
A little like a paper plane.
She tears a page from her notebook, folds stiffly into the paper plane.
Ooh!
A sea swallow. I can fold one of those too. Does that mean I have an eternal soul?
No, that isn't so.
This paper, sea swallow, the ship's name matter, nor is it name. You can call it eternal soul, a sea swallow, or even Comrade Patrick's bot. Anything you like to call it.
But it doesn't look like a bot. I don't think it would work like a bot either. So it's useless? Even the hole in my hat has its uses. At least it helps me to see my friends.
And even if it is a sea swallow, it can't protect you either.
I believe so.
You're right, August. No matter what we call it, it is only a folded piece of paper. Once it flies away, it disappears. I can never catch a sea swallow at Basano Falls. They fly very, very far. And when they're flying, they are so free. They can't be caught by anyone, even on tiptoes. But just because you can't catch others, doesn't mean you cannot make your own, like your frogs, sunflowers, and polar bears. These things you fold for yourself, they will be there for you, August.
These paper shapes, they aren't really frogs and planes. We just call them that, like we call it an eternal soul. But to name it, that doesn't give us any special protection. No, we have to protect ourselves.
August lowers his head, the slow wagging of the sunflower reflecting in its own way, a measure of his thoughts. Vila holds her hand out to him. Not long after, the little boy reaches for her as a smile turns to his face.
Now, a mission for you, Comrade August. Tell me, where is name day?
That.
He is with the others. They are going to see Comrade Bleeny. You'll need to climb the stone stairs first.
Oh, perfect timing. Part 2. On the shore. Maybe I'll find myself smiling on that distant shore. With little food left to spare, few visitors. Hang on. Let me try to read that again. Oh, one sec. Alright. With little food to spare, few visit the canteen outside of mealtime. Yet someone still must set the chairs and tablecloths. This isn't part of the regular schedule, however. With a lecture being planned in public square, things are a little hectic. And they're happy to help. Mumbling to herself, Vila plants the tablecloth near the window. Realizing it's the last one before they finish, she smiles.
Well,
Well done, little comrades. Time for us to get to the square.
A leaky boat. We're sailing on it to the square.
Together with Winsong. So, we finished with our comrade tables and chairs? Do they know Comrade Cans will join them real soon and bring many more friends here? Hmm? Yes, little August. We will need to say goodbye to Comrade Vila. Make sure they're all set just right, and then we're good to go. Because... because... She chokes on her word, as if a phantom hand wrapped on her neck, stifling her voice. What? Huh. Weird. The meaning is clear even before her guts began shivering. Vila raised her head, eyes darting out beyond the window. Her people have found her. Ah,
Vila?
Salta. August. Listen, August. You must go gather all your classmates and bring them to Covenant Yevgeny. Stay with him. You know where to find him, right?
I do.
Go on now, Comrade August. It is up to you to complete this important mission.
Nearby the docks, there's a place blocked off by discarded containers and machinery, a hidden place in the water known to few inside Vila. A respite in Rashki's rare warm days, a place where she could stretch out her legs, stretch her legs away when swimming pool proved too crowded, too public.
Сама дива.
Oh. A large wave rises and slashes the shore, accompanied by a melodious sound, one familiar to her people. Rashki prides itself on welcoming everyone, yet this is an uninvited guest.
Vila. Refresh my memory. Do we always start our conversations this way?
You shouldn't be here.
You should not presume to tell me where I cannot go, traitor.
I investigate some deeper earlier.
You've always stayed on the move, Vila. One place to the next, never tied down. Hopping from port to Madrid to port, to the greatest scaleless cities. To think this would be the place we'd stay. An old dried out shell you were too sad to shed off. Here where the scalers build their home, scrounging on the plant bed for scraps, like carrion crabs. How pitiful that we might be so easily mistaken for them. She'd run as far as she could, but still they found her. They were relentless. Her came stopping nothing to eliminate half-bloods. No stone unturned. No place too remote. I wish you could see Samadiva, this hatred between our peoples. There is no way out this whirlpool, so we choose to stop it.
It has blinded you.
That's why you can't
That's why
see.
you can't see what we've been trying to build. What the world could be.
Sorry to make you with you.
It has blinded you. That's why you can't see what we've been trying to build. What the world could be.
Instead, you see what you want to see. Do you think it matters to me now to see this crab nest? Tides take it, I'm here for you. You die today.
Well, today is a good day to die.
Vila, where's Vila?
Samadhi was summoned hours of razor sharp water hanging in the air, halted by the sudden intrusion. Vila, holding her breath, catches her foe's eyes darting towards the sound, narrowing with enjoyment. His arrow turns in a new direction and points straight at the source of voice. Windsaw. Okay, I figured. Yeah.
Darn it. Where is it?
No!
Windsaw can defend herself, so it's gonna be okay. Vila didn't know she could make a sound like that. It was melodious but dark and irritated, the sound of an ancient language, one she never mastered. His warning came. More water arrows took shape running Samadiva. These must be less sharp.
Don't do this.
Blunt as these arrows might seem, they produced a thin red line across his neck. What?
You can't take her life or the life of anyone here. Their souls are not for you. These are my people now. Harm them, and you'll spend the rest of your life regretting it, short though it may be. You little... It is time for you to leave, Samadiva. Don't make me tell you twice.
She holds her breath. This is the first time she's bluffed like this. But the stakes are higher now than they've ever been. She can't afford to give anything away. Silence. Minutes and seconds might have passed between them, until Samadiva's arrows fall loosely into the water. Even so, Vila is not let up. Her foe bears his fangs, hissing.
Somehow, you found a way to become something worse than a traitor. You betray us, refuse to accept trial, escape from justice, and now are you truly seeking this eternal soul? You are so homesick and choose any way to get back, even if that means chasing a myth. You're insane. How could you know that's a myth? Even if it were real, it would not be a half-blood like you who would find it. Go ahead, drown all the scalers here. Have them sign their souls over to the abyss. Just see that is enough. But you are never going to find it. You will never reach Atlantis.
You know, I'm always open to trying new things.
Heck yeah. Maybe you start with the one calling your name. Vila tries to call the Windsaw, waving her away, but the Leyland's researcher walks clumsily towards her unheeded.
Miss Vila!
What are you doing all the way out here? I just been working on my lecture. It's mostly rehashed my previous work, but anyways, I thought I could use your help. It might be a little too long.
Hmm?
Miss Vila?
Vila seems unaware of the battle near transpired there. The sea behind them is quiet and still. It had better be a corpse next time. Or... But she hasn't got the guard. She somehow misses the moment that Samadiva leaves. His voice lingers in the falling of the waves.
Oh, if you have suggestions, we can... No. Sorry. I was preoccupied with something. We can work out your lecture on the way back. Come on. Everyone should be waiting at the square.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, that's right. Of course. So, in order to make it easier for listeners, I divide the lecture into 4 parts. I'm not so aware of my summary, and three parts should be clear, but introduction.
Two of them walk side by side in town square, leaving carts to wash over the shore. Stage 3, Kitchen Conversations.
Give me a minute.
Let me go over your requests. You'll need a space for your most energetic kids to play.
I believe so.
Yes, indoor or outdoor is fine, but a place with some sunshine would be best. Little sunshine is good for everyone, you know? And with a lot of paper. Blank paper is ideal, but waste paper is also welcome. They can use it for drawing or to make paper planes.
Yes.
A sunny open space and paper. The paper should be simple, but as for the location, I suppose you'll say a spare office is good enough, so what's about here? As you converse, Name Day moves them from the Fountain's canteen and into the front wall. The children follow him like a wandering line of ducklings. Vila can't help but think he might almost be mistaken for a teacher. Almost.
Hmm?
Here? Well, it certainly has light and space.
But
But this is the front hall. Won't it be too busy? Yes, it will get busy sometimes with everyone passing through.
Mr. Name Day!
Mr. Name Day, please do it again, please. Show us the arcane skill that turns paper planes into birds. You promised.
Another interrupts him before Name Day answers.
Stop yelling! He won't do it! That sofa he conjured from the door yesterday only lasted a few minutes.
I fell off it. It's dumb power. But can you turn the paper plane into a bird? I didn't think so. So Mr. Name Day is still better than you.
The spirited debate soon turns into a rolling battle. Thankfully, the many people passing by are too busy to pay any mind, and give them a wide berth.
What is it exactly that your arcane skill does, Mr. Name Day?
Well, I can transform garbage into useful items simply by naming them.
Oh, that is useful.
I admit, it's not a very practical skill, but kids usually enjoy it. Alright, stop yelling. I'll show you whatever you want. Mr. Raccoon, I would like to see the sea swallow too. I think we should stop Piotr and Persona first. Why? Aren't they just me?
The boys' duet soon comes to forth and the others are pulled in, and their would-be teacher tries in vain to bring them back into harmony.
My apologies, Miss Vila. I really can't handle this.
it will be fine.
Let me guess. You're the youngest of your family. You can always tell. You might as well be a kid yourself.
Hey, gentlemen. You went a bit too far.
She raises her tone as she continues, but remains calm. A reminder, not a warning. A practice tone the fighters instantly recognize, bringing their battle to a swift end.
My lovely little comrades, you know that you are always free to express your opinions, but we must be peaceful, no? No shouting, no fighting. Remember, children, we are here representing our town. We don't want people to think guests of Yaski are rude, do we? Now, if you can all behave as good guests, Perhaps Comrade Vila will... Hang on. Perhaps Comrade Vila will find us some Alenka to share. Because good children should be rewarded. I'm sorry, Miss Vila. Mr. Nameday. Sorry, Mr. Nameday. I should not have yelled at you.
It's okay.
Oh, it's okay. It's fine. No need to... Alright, Mr. Nameday. Alright. Mr. Name accepted your apologies. Now, it's time to give each other a hug. The boys rushed to each other, arms wide. Their frowns turned to smiles, face to face, hair tangled. They looked fluffy and warm. And after releasing each other, Asno turns back to Vila timidly. We hug now, so can we have Alenka too, Miss Vila? Vila knew the question before he even spoke, and answered with an encouraging smile.
Don't worry, child. There will always be Alenka for you, no matter what.
I think Alenka is supposed to be chocolate. I guess I could look it up. Now, this is better. A little sunshine and far fewer people. A flat area with no obstacles. Perfect for the children to run around. Yeah, Alenka's chocolate. Well stocked with paper and paints, a place like this should be just perfect. You almost sound like a TV salesperson.
Excuse me.
Sorry, but what do you mean by a salesperson? I only meant the way you described it. Like someone from a commercial. I forget you don't watch much TV in Ryashki. Never mind. As you said, it should be a perfect place. And I've seen to it that you won't need any paperwork to use it.
I believe so.
Wonderful. I'm sure the kids are eager to have a place to themselves. Shall we let them play then? Actually, I have some questions for you.
Okay.
Go ahead. The adults walk to the other side of the hall, though Vila maintains a watchful eye on the kids. Name Day speaks first, catching her before she can turn her eyes to him. In fact, I had one for you as well, though I know I've already asked many times.
Madam,
Is there any way we might persuade you to join the Foundation? Stay here, Miss Vila.
you said that you settled down in Ryashki because it took you in unconditionally. That it was so full of hope that it became the symbol of a new world to you.
A new world where all races and ideas can coexist.
I believe so.
This is how I see Ryashki. I will always see it. Each time I say it, I cannot help but add,
Well, of course it may fail and end up a ruin. But at least we've tried.
Yes.
perhaps did you then see what I am thinking, Miss Vila? We share the same goal, Ryashki the Foundation. You and I. We also strive for peace and harmony. Look at our slogan. May the peace be with us. And should you agree, then your students could join the SPDM, the school for the Foundation. We determined that they are all talented arcanists, especially August. But please understand, it isn't that we are expecting anything from him, it's just sincere admiration. I understand entirely. Don't worry so much over words. You have your job to do, right?
For a brighter future. For the children. In these cases, what you said was correct. They did mean something. But adults think in their adult ways, disguising their plans by saying it is for the children. Then they make decisions for them without even asking.
I choose not to be such an adult.
Madam,
After the first time you brought up the SPDN, I made it a point to talk to each of them and give them a clear and fair argument for it. But they all want to go back home, back to Ryashki. As do I. I question though, why you feel excited to pursue recruiting us individually? Would it be more beneficial to build a long-term partnership with all of Ryashki? Hasn't told about the storm yet. About how all of their family members will die except for them. Vila sees on the pause and smile, turn the questions back on him. And on the subject of cooperation, I have another question. Name Day breathes out, relaxing her bracing stance.
Please go on.
I have taken notice that the turnover rate in this branch is quite high. I assume, with so many coming and going, you must be getting a steady stream of information as well. To that end, I asked if you might share some information about Ryashki with me. And the most important of which,
When will we be able to go home?
I don't know if home will exist anymore in a bit. I think they invited them over here in the guise of like an exchange program for studying. But they're actually just trying to recruit them and something to save them from the storm. Stage 4, Letters Unsent. Hmm. The sudden silence puzzles Vila. A question as simple as this should not render a talkative young man mute. She tilts her head, trying to restart the topic.
Mr. Nameday.
Oh, hang on. Sorry. Oh, my apologies. I was only thinking, how I might best put into words.
Please, like I said before, don't worry over words. I appreciate your concern, but I am not made of glass. I have put my trust in you, and this hesitance to speak, it makes me worry.
Ah, Miss Vila, I didn't mean at all to.
Mr. Nameday.
Then, tell me, Mr. Nameday. I will be needing an answer.
This young man stands any taller than her, so Vila's head raises her head, hoping to catch his eyes. Nameday flinches, eyes running from her glance. The two things she has little ways of managing: kids and the stare of an honest person.
As you wish. It seems you're picked up on our high turnover rates. Let me be clear. It is not attrition rates. We simply don't have enough manpower to escort you back to Ryashki safely. In fact, I might well be in the field too, if I hadn't been selected to host you and the children.
Hmm?
Attrition? What do you mean? Has something happened? Sorry. There's little I'm not able to say, but it isn't anything to worry about. Still, as you are concerned, I will see if there's any field missions. Hang on. I'll see if there's any field missions in the area. If we're lucky, my colleagues may be able to bring back some news. That is a good start. But then, what is going on in Ryashki exactly? I admit, I don't know any more than you do. But if the radio sent me go by, tourism in Ryashki is still in full swing. I heard the administration was even considering adding it to our list for annual retreat destinations. So, it must not be so bad. What about the mines? The port? Is it still under construction? Has Zeno left us alone?
Well, they didn't mention anything of that on the radio. Vila's blue eyes sparkle, reflecting a series of thoughts and queries.
So if we can't go back for now, is it still possible to write home?
That's right.
I'll still let me think of it. I will write home and ask their opinion about further cooperation in Ryashki and the Foundation. Get on this right away.
Vila's always been known for direct and bold action, and for very good reason.
Madam,
What?
Aside from any questions of whether we can deliver anything, there is no need to rush. The kids are here, and I'd rather you not leave with me just to watch them. Not that I'm saying you can't go, but I worry I won't be able to manage them alone. Oh, of course. I forgot that you are short-handed now. But is there really no one at all you can spare? Not even just deliver some mail?
of course we have mail delivery. I'm just trying to say you don't have to be in such a hurry. We can send your letters at any time.
Wow, he's a really good
So
liar.
why not enjoy the sun for now?
But he needs a better excuse.
If you insist, it is a lovely day. Fine then. If we have some more time, I should be able to think of some more questions.
Oh, name day is real sus. He seems to mean well, though. I feel like he's probably part of the intelligence department. After sending the children back to their temporary dormitory, Vila says goodbye to Name Day and returns to her room with a stack of blank paper. At the very least, we know he's part of the recruitment side of things, but I feel like he would fit right in as a spy, you know? She spreads out the papers on the desk, recalling all the questions in her mind in the afternoon. Every word she writes is marked by a spark of warmth and a pang of her ever-growing homesickness. To Lazarev.
Dear comrades,
No matter who is reading this, before you start, please find yourself a comfortable chair. Take my words seriously. Not just a quick skim. Yes, even you. Yes, even you, Knut. Because what I'm about to tell you is of utmost importance to all of us. Mr. Name Day, please give these letters to... Now, before I get to the topic, I must first apologize for losing contact. I hope most sincerely that by the time you get this letter, we will already be on our way home. These letters, please make sure they arrive. There are too many questions, and I'm not so good at prioritizing, but I have heard others say that one must go with the flow. Our cooperation with the Foundation has encountered some manner of force majeure and has been paused temporarily. This letter aims at gaining more details from you, our frontline workers. Forgive me if I ask too many questions, but they involve every aspect of our livelihoods and our survival, including many I should have asked much earlier. Here you are. These are a few more letters. Thank you. What is the progress of the repairs to the pier and dockyard? Have you established any diplomatic relations with neighboring cities? Has the rebuilding and maintenance of the houses been finished according to schedule? As autumn is near, have we prepared enough waterproof materials to keep the roof in good order? And do we have enough fuel to keep things heated in the winter? I would suspect and hope that as we ramp up our coal production, none of these will be a problem.
looking forward to your reply. Warm regards, your most loyal friend, Vila.
And I think similar to our Viking friend,
Mr. Nameday.
I don't think she's getting any replies, or any replies she's getting are probably faked. I forgot what the name. It was. Nope. Let's look it up. What's the Viking girl's name? Eric. There you go, Eric. I didn't have to finish the search. It came back to me. I think Eric's letters, I don't think they're reaching the intended target or people. I think they're just being taken by the Foundation and kept away.
Phew, alright. With that, today's letters are done.
Vila folds each one and slips them into their envelopes. As she reaches for the last one, she realizes she has used every last page from the stack. She stares, half shocked, at the mound of thick envelopes before her.
I didn't realize I had so much to say.
I'm afraid I'll have to cut down the pine tree in the garden for more paper if you keep writing this way.
How's Letters to Miss Winsong finished? I see you've already signed them, so I would suspect they are. Yes? Actually, not yet. I am not sure if she would like to return to Ryashki. And I worry it might be too forward to ask her directly. I am still choosing my words.
The ship is flying. Not sailing, it's full on flying.
Winsong is that Leyland's researcher, right? I heard her presentation HQ was a success. So,
If...
maybe you might start by giving your congratulations, then
You might ask her how she's doing these days, or something like that. The suggestions provoke no reaction from Vila, as name day gradually softens his voice. Sorry, I don't write so very often. Maybe my suggestion isn't helpful. Maybe this uses advice, or maybe I'm like a blind squirrel.
Anyway,
Anyway, feel free to forget I said anything. No, no, actually, that was a good suggestion. The blind squirrel found the nuts, Mr. Nameday. That was very helpful indeed. If you don't mind, please, I'll finish these and you can send them all together. Take your time. I'll be sitting here waiting, killing time. Maybe I'll do some carvings with my knife. Killing time.
I don't know why I'm doing this.
The mountain of letters in front of him has grown to a daunting size. Yep, they weren't delivering it. At least there's one letter I can send. The one to Unsent. The rest are not so lucky. There's no one to receive them, not even to mark return to sender. All those words without anyone to read them. Questions that will never be answered. Oh no! Did a storm already pass outside? So even if they left, it wouldn't be the same time period anymore. Rayashki might not even exist. Or if it does, it will be like the pioneering version. A powerless, futile anxiety burns inside him. Finally, he takes the letter from the top of the mountain and leaves with a tender sigh. A letter to an old friend. To Unsent. Yeah. So the only person who can read a letter from this pile is someone who's already inside the foundation and is safe from the storm. Yeah. Stage 5. As she ponders. Wanna go outside and see? The sunny corridor, tucked away from the bustle of the office, now serves a classroom where Vila holds class for her children. Art, physical education, and the foundational education courses.
Children,
Alright, children. Please, repeat the rules one by one, starting with our comrades at the front. Comrade Kyoto? First, no running, no horseplay. Second, don't climb out of the window. A rule made very specially for you, Comrade Asona. Next, Comrade Nina. Third, always raise your hand to ask questions.
I believe so.
Exactly. Comrade August? Do not wander away without your comrades. Don't look for Vila on your own.
I believe so.
That's right, Comrade August. Going out all alone is dangerous, even in a safe place like the Foundation. There is no place that's perfectly safe, and no place stays safe forever. Besides, I will always be right here with you, so why would you be looking for me?
Vila?
Did you stop writing, Vila?
Besides,
Mr. Raccoon isn't here today. Mr. Nameday has his own work to do, so do we. And our work today is to play chess, follow sea swallows, read books, and explore our own interests. Dismissed.
Like a rocket, at her word, the kids launch upwards, bouncing against the walls, until only two remain. Kafka stands beside Nina, looking at her. The little girl wears a worried face. Vila brings herself to them.
What's wrong?
Miss Vila, when are we going back to Rayashki? I asked Mr. Nameday the same question, and he said soon. But how soon is soon? Soon means tomorrow. Mom always said soon. It won't be long. Everything will be fine when you wake up tomorrow. So, I think they have the same meaning. Why?
But it's already tomorrow. It's been a lot of tomorrows and we're still here.
I don't understand.
And I miss Mama. I think soon means that we will go home. That is for certain. And we could be on our way there at any moment. But when will that be? I'm sorry, Nina. I shouldn't have said that.
Honesty is important. So, honestly, I don't know.
Oh man. But even the adults don't know.
But I'm sure that we will return home once it is safe. Mr. Nameday has been helping us with just that. Though he shouldn't have to do this for us. Mr. Raccoon keeps going in and out. He left through the front hall, but he brings fewer things back every time.
Miss Vila, this is for you.
Of course, always says a sea swallow, but I said it's a paper plane. Not as powerful as a real fighter jet, but I made our last piece of paper.
Rare things are always more valuable, like canned meat and sausages.
Suddenly, the paper plane in Vila's hands becomes heavier than a real jet.
I'm sure you'll be able to take us home with this.
Is it folded paper or military-grade steel? She can't tell. And nothing seems to fit as an answer.
Thank you, Pasono. This is indeed a well-made plane.
This is a sea swallow, an eternal soul. It will fly far, far enough to reach the town.
Can it take us all back too? I miss everyone. I miss Rayashki. We will go home. Hey, I have practiced my paper folding, so I can make real good stuff now. I want to make one for Uncle Knut too. But we are running out of the paper Mr. Nameday brought us.
Vila.
Pasono says we are running out of eternal souls. Could we give him either things that are like an eternal soul? Something he could fold into more sea swallows and other things.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
Why do you call paper eternal souls? Souls are for people, not paper. I once read a story about a Rosolka princess to my sister. The princess stayed at her first tail and voiced for a pair of legs, but she didn't get what she wanted and turned into foam. I don't like that story. That princess like Ivan the Fool. She doesn't make sense. Vila is not Ivan the Fool.
I'm not referring to Miss Vila. She's not a princess. Besides, the book says Rosalki will eventually turn into foam because they don't have an eternal soul. That's not Miss Vila's case. She must have one.
Oh, sweet kid.
No, paper is the name we give souls. Vila told me.
Amused by the discussion, Vila decides best not to intervene. Piotr, though, is anxious. As the oldest boy, he feels he must break up any fights to keep everyone in line. Vila gently taps him on the shoulder to reassure him. And I gotta say, of the children, like Obgos is obviously my favorite, right? Like Obgos is so sweet and sees the world in such a wonderful way. But Piotr is the one I think that stands out the most as like the kid who is clearly trying his best and is trying to be mature and look out for the others, but is also very quick tempered. I think all the kids here are going to grow up to be fine people. And now seeing how they are already, even in the fiction, makes me want to root for them. I think the ones we have that are named are like Piotr, Pasono, Nina, and August, but I know there are more, and their names do come up from time to time, but they're the ones who carry reported as well. And apparently, I did not realize this, all of them are arcanists, which means all their parents in the Ryashki must also be arcanists. I was wondering why there wasn't like as much talk about, divide between humans and arcanists in the town. And I suppose that makes sense. If it's so remote, either there are a mix there, and so they can't really care because they're doing the rest of it day to day, or everyone's just one race except for Vila, obviously, who is the Rusalka arcanist, and so it's not really an issue. I'm not really sure, to be honest. But considering all the children are arcanists, it makes me more inclined to believe that everyone else in the town is arcanist as well. Like statistically speaking, at least one of the kids should be human if there are other adults in the town, unless they didn't have kids for some reason. The sound of the telegraph and typewriter harmonizes, echoing this little room. Wearing headphones, Name this listening to telegram and describing it through the typewriter. I wish to hold your hand tightly. Why is it in reverse order? Your most loyal yet worst friend. Winsome. Familiar footsteps approach, followed by a knock. Name Day concentrates fully on the incoming telegram, having no idea of the incoming intrusion. Therefore, it may be best to give up the idea of returning to Royashki.
Mr. Mainday.
That is all I can say for now. But I believe... Oh. I think this is Winsong talking. And rush to decisions. Maybe you're still not aware of the full... Maybe you're still not aware of the full extent of it. Okay, hang on. I wish to hold your hand tightly. Your most loyal yet worst friend, Winsong. But I believe that you should give up on returning to Ashby for now. Maybe you don't know the full extent of the story, but you should not rush into any reckless decisions.
Mr. Mainday.
Are you in there? It should be the place.
This is where he stores all his collections. That sound. Is that a typewriter? Shoot! It's Miss Vila. Hide the letters, hide the letters, hide the letters. He silently screams, realizing it's too late to hide either the letter or the telegraph. No, she must not see.
Hmm?
Mr. Nameday, I heard your voice. Sorry to bother you now, but I really need to know... When can we... I don't see the town you remember, or the utopia we tried to build. Go back to Rayashki. The storm has changed everything.
Okay, yeah. So the Foundation invited the kids first. And no, sorry, the order. The Foundation invited Windsong first. And I guess at some point Windsong found out about the storm. And then probably what happened is that Windsong told the Foundation about Ryashki. And so the Foundation then brought the kids in under the guise of like, oh, this is like education. They're just gonna be learning some arcane skills. They'll go right back to town. And then after a few weeks, they were like, oh, okay, we need some assistance here. So Miss Vila, could you, as their regular teacher, come as well? They brought Vila in, and then probably the storm hit before they could bring more people from the town, or the higher up decided it wasn't worth bringing more people from Ryashki because it's so remote. Whatever case that might be, Ryashki only exists now as this class of children, Windsong and Vila. And according to the preface, the preface, another storm's gonna hit. Probably at the end of the story. Stage 6, reality. Oops, there goes gravity. Nothing can be hidden forever. A hard lesson for this fucking name day to accept as he scrambles across his desk. The typewriter is still working, and Vila is one step away.
Hmm?
Mr. Nameday, what is that? A telegraph and a typewriter. Could this be a telegram from Ryashki? But how would we have gotten it out? We never replaced our machine. What could that possibly... No, this is actually from my brother. Of course, I don't blame you, but you kind of interrupted a private moment. Vila squints, eyes glimmering. Vasalki have extraordinary physical abilities, including sharp eyesight, reading the print and type letters effortless and fast. Your most loyal yet worst friend. Windsong.
But
I don't intend to accuse you, but I admit, I am confused. Is your brother's name really Windsong? It's not like that, Miss Vila. I'm just... I know. I am only teasing. No need for theatrics. Now, would you let me read it? I don't suggest you to... Oh, every message from the Foundation receives needs to be examined by us. Unfortunately, you can't read it right now. This one is still being translated, so I haven't submitted it yet.
the era of censorship is long gone, sir. Why so nervous? It's only a letter from a friend. How dangerous could it be? Look, it says, I wish to hold your hand tightly. Terrifying, isn't it?
Well, that part I like. Name day falls silent in sync with the telegraph's staccato rhythm. Tension in the room thickens the growing moment of silence.
If you insist, just go on. It is your letter and your right, after all.
That's right.
I am so happy to hear from you finally. I was so worried that it might be even worse news when I opened the envelope. After all, that's all I have received these days. It took me quite some time to prepare myself and read it through. After that, I sent you this telegram immediately. First, I am so glad to know you and your little warriors are doing well. It really cheers me up after all this bad news. However, I'm still confused by your decision. You're going back to Rayashki. But don't you know? It won't be the town you remembered, or the utopia we tried to build. The storm has changed everything. It seems the Foundation has concealed the truth from you. But as your friend, I feel I'm obliged to tell you. As far as I know, the chaos caused by the storm has been around for a long time. Wherever it goes, every building and each person there will be reversed. By reversed, I mean they've vanished. I have not visited Rayashki yet, but I've been to many other places it has struck. I saw what comes from the storm with my own eyes. Think about it. Everyone you know may have vanished, and that once thriving town may only be a ruin now, if anything remains at all. I'm not exaggerating. This is a common fate for places impacted by the storm.
Everyone you know is dead. The storm. A word she has heard from name day, now standing before her with guilt etched in his petrified face.
So this is the truth of the storm.
Isn't it, Mr. Name Day? Actually, the storm doesn't need to be as serious as Miss Winston said in her letter. See? You, Ofcus, and other kids are safe and sound in the Foundation. Not vanished, not reversed. His voice gets softer and softer, fading until the next sentence fails to emerge at all. Despite the way to transform a thing by speaking a name, he finds no name, no word suitable for the moment.
It sounds like things have changed there. Changed for the worse. Am I right?
It's not there at all. Vila tiptoes and gently taps Name Day on the shoulder. Changed, yes. but it will likely not be as chaotic and ruined as you might imagine from Miss Winsong's letter. Well, I suppose that's the point. It's only that I think we should consider staying here, even after this letter.
Hmm.
Startled by the sound of miniature contemplation, they turn around and see the least likely person to be here.
August,
Avgust.
When did you... What are those in your hands? Ah. August raised the envelope in his hand, as if holding up the flag.
Look, Vila! So many eternal souls. You're here for them, right?
What are these? All the letters she'd ever unsent. All her unsent letters, piling up at the corner. August doesn't know what he has found. To him, it's only a trophy, a means on their flight of sea swallows.
Oh,
these ones are wearing black dots.
everything will be alright.
We can use these for dotted sea swallows. We can make so many new things. Asona and Nina will be so happy.
I hereby declare that you are all eternal souls.
Oh boy. Oh man, August. Sending off the people of Ryaski like that, huh? Alright. Savage. Oh man.
Avgust.
They might as well be. They're all dead after all. These are not eternal souls.
It will be fine. August is right, Mr. Nameday. They could be anything we think they are, including eternal souls. They're nothing special anymore. They aren't going to be of any other use. I'm sorry.
You don't have to. As I said, you have your job to do. And I
And you.
also have mine, even in this situation.
There you go. The kids are counting on you.
I suppose we're lucky you didn't send them. Now the children have some more paper.
To be continued. Stage 7. Under the Warm Sun. Time seems to be frozen in the utility room. The sound of breathing is the only sign of its passage. Staring at the pile of letters between them, both Vila and Namely realize that their problems demand answers.
Well,
Comrade Winsong did not say whether it was a good idea to return. As I just asked, would you consider staying here, even after knowing what was in the letter?
see? Your question shows you don't think the truth will stop me. Looks like neither of us have changed our minds.
Vila shakes her head, taking the letter off the typewriter.
You know I'm still going, and I know you'd prefer for us to stay here.
Alright, since you know the truth, I won't keep it from you any further. Are you setting off tomorrow?
If possible, sure. We have waited for too long. Too long not to know. All I want is a chance to see it with my own eyes.
Okay.
I'll try my best to. Remember I told you what happened that day when the storm fell? That August went alone and take a look. Oh, okay. So I was wrong. I thought that there was another storm coming, but apparently she was awake for the first storm. But it wasn't just explained to her what the storm actually was. Okay. So now we're gonna see that here. I remember, but back then, I didn't know much about the storm. Less even than what I know now. I thought you just got lost. I had no idea what you might have seen. Vila looks to August, who is taking each letter from its envelope, piling them up. Their different layers, one after another, begin to reassemble, at least in the mind of August, a layered cake.
Hey!
A Napoleon cake!
Vila!
Look, Vila! Thank you for the cake, but did you forget what I said, Comrade August? Don't go out alone. But since you're here with eternal souls, I think we can help.
Besides...
But I didn't leave my comrades. Are they here? Points at the door. They see the edge of some clothes hidden behind the door frame, accompanied by grouchy whispers. No. Don't push me, I can't hear anything. What do you expect? Comrade August just sold us out. Let's just go in already. Okay, so cat's out of the bag. I had no idea we had so many listeners.
Children!
Come out, all of you. Fyodor, Pensono, Nina, and everyone else you got with you too. I have something that I must tell you. Yeah,
Miss Vila!
it's gonna be hard for the kids to hear what they need to know. All their family is gone. I know what you want to ask, and yes, we are going home. And if all goes well, we'll be going home tomorrow. It's still there. The hard-packed snow crunches under the weight of feet, big and little, as the team led by Vila inch close to home once again.
Vila?
What era is this? Why didn't we come home from the pier? Because there is no pier yet. Vessels in the sea place their house there and then go on shore.
We're not going home for good, Comrade August.
Okay, just want to confirm then.
This is just,
Saying goodbye.
a visit. Just like the ones Comrade Windsong used to make, remember?
Then are we guests? Does that mean we stay in the hotel tonight? But there are still houses for us, right?
Besides...
I can't see the pier or the statue from here. All the rooftops in the snow become one. The snow has covered everything. We're here. Because this is the best place to see all of Ryashki.
But
It's not Ryashki. It's not the Ryashki they know. I see nothing. No pier. No statue. They're gone.
both sea foam and snow all eventually... vanish.
Evaporate.
Vanish. Is that the word?
Oh, August.
I don't know.
Knows.
There are a lot of questions that I can't answer. Besides, I'm not always right.
August falls deep into his own mind, but Nina cautiously takes Vila's hand and asks her in a trembling voice.
Miss Vila, wasn't the mine our way home? But this doesn't look like the way home anymore. It's strange. I just want to see Mama again. And then we can go back to SPDM with Persona.
Why?
Why?
Miss Vila, is this really Rayashki?
Yes and no. Vila holds her hand a little tighter. This time, she doesn't bend down to wipe the tears from her closed face. There is no soft word of comfort left in her, only heartbreak. There was a path from way down to town. During snowy days, people would tie red tape to the trees to keep away. But she now sees only white, no colors at all except the sunlight reflected on the snow. The road home is gone.
Yes. This is still Rayashki.
A moment later, she turns around. This won't be Rashki yet. Let's go, children. It's getting cold out. It's time to go back.
Vila?
Is the visit over, Vila? Yes. It's over.
Madam,
Madam,
Mr. Nameday.
thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. As we agreed yesterday, I will join the foundation. You are more than welcome, but please, if you need, you can spend some more time here. Thank you. It is thoughtful of you, but it won't be necessary. It's not home anymore. Last chapter, Stage 8, a song for the teacher.
Hey!
Look, it's the swallow.
Alphas holds a half-couple paper plane over his head, imitating a bird in flight. All those unsent letters, just the same as any other waste paper. The building materials for folding birds and frogs. Wanna go down? Alright. Yeah. Oh, hang on. You're tangled. You're tangled. Ah. Hang on. Okay, I'll just take off my earphones. Hang on. Oh, this is tangled again. I got it. You know what? Just move it. Start the sound warning. Okay. There we go. Oh, actually, I didn't do anything.
Wrong kind of. There we go. Time to wake up. Hello. Hello. There. There again. Oh, no, so silly. Okay. That's not right. You shouldn't fold it this way. Use these matte papers to make like frogs. The ones can jump if you flick them. But they already have so many frogs.
No fighting!
I wasn't, but I'm just saying use their own paper. It's okay, Pasono. We should have lots of paper. These seem nice. They aren't too crumply.
Comrade Avgust, use this. Thank you, Comrade Nina. I think this sea swallow will do just fine. It's a little crumpled and looks a bit dirty. But these battle scars are like medals for a hero. Just like the one that saved our town.
I want to show it to Vila.
Vila.
Breaks apart every time he says it now. Before his friends could answer, August is in a full sprint toward the adults at the end of the corridor. Noticing his coming, Vila opens her arms, but her duty as a teacher overrides her welcome. Don't run the corridor, Comrade August.
What's wrong?
Look, see?
This is my sea swallow. It has been in many battles and flown for a long, long way. It is very tired and wants some rest. So I wanted to rest here with you.
A crumpled paper plane lands in Vila's palm.
Oh, thank you, Comrade August.
It will be treated the way a heroic sea swallow deserves. I promise.
That.
What do you think? Perhaps it might like to rest in this notebook. Just like this. Sleep tight, little hero. Since you are here, Comrade August, I must confer with you. Are you all prepared to go to the SPDM?
I don't understand.
What do we need to prepare? You must have all things you want to take with you, and study your schedule so you know where to go.
Yeah, August is gonna be worse than Eric for sure.
Maybe Nina would like to know what the classroom there is like.
I have my friends, and that's all I need.
That is what Pasono said too. Very well. You are all brave little comrades. You will protect yourselves and each other, won't you? Miss Vila, I assure you the SPDM is one of the safest places in the world.
Terrible educational system, but it's safe.
You don't have to worry. The children need to learn how to protect themselves sooner or later. I'm only a teacher. I can't protect them forever.
Vila?
Aren't you coming with us? Oh, but you're a Rosalka, so are you trying to the sea? Surprise shows across Vila's face.
What?
No, never. But will I be able to see you again if you turn into foam? How could foam be turned back into Vila again?
No, that isn't so.
I won't. Won't turn into foam.
But
But you said the eternal soul is not her name. You said you don't have it, and the princess didn't have it either. Hosono said that Rosalka princess turned to foam when she went to the sea. So then you will...
Kids,
I will not, of course.
the eternal soul.
Is nothing. It is only a name. Something that could be given to anything. It doesn't have substance. You can't touch it or catch it. How can something you can't even touch turn me into foam? I haven't before, and I won't now. Anyway, I won't be going back to the sea. Then what is it? You said it can be everything, but also nothing?
Vila bends down, looking into Avka's confused eyes.
I had the same thought at the beginning. That it could be anything I believed it to be. But maybe it didn't even exist at all. I saw how barriers were broken and hate driven out from that town. That's why I thought our Ayashki was eternal, and the people were all good souls. But now, I understand that's not true.
What is true? You are. Me? Am I the eternal soul?
No, not you alone, but all of you. You are the next generation of Rayashki, the survival of our people and our dreams, a future that will not be altered or reversed. As long as we have you, those who sacrifice themselves will never truly die, and the eternal soul will continue to exist for us and for them.
So for me, the eternal soul is nothing and everything. Sounds a little like my arcane skill. Remember that sofa? It returned to a simple toy in only a few minutes.
It's just a small trick, I'm afraid. Far from eternal.
Legacy.
Thanks for the example, Mr. Nameday. Well, I can see that little Ovkus is still very confused. Perhaps I made it too complicated. Did you understand what I mean, Captain Ovkus?
Avka doesn't reply immediately. With him, it is never easy to tell whether he's fallen back into his own little world, or if he's piecing together something brilliant.
But if I can see it, how can it be nothing? What do you mean, Ovkus? I don't think anyone has ever seen a soul. But
I saw yours. It's golden like the sun.
Vila turns the direction Avka is showing her. The morning sun has climbed high, spilling into the open corridor and touching the silhouette of Vila's body. Golden light surrounds her, outlining her shadow with a splash of warm yellow, a projection on a sparkling sea.
Ah.
At the edge of her shadow, a familiar face. Found her.
Miss Vila,
You're here. Oh, little Olga's here too. And a gentleman, and I'm afraid I don't know. Hello to you too.
Oh, hello. You must be Miss Winsong.
Yes, that's right. I have come to prepare a lecture for the Far East branch. Winsong! It is good to see you too, Miss Winsong. I'm certain the children will be happy that they can attend one of your lectures before they go to SPDM.
Now, let's go join the children,
Let's.
like we used to do.
It's so bittersweet. I love it so much. It doesn't really invalidate the main story. If anything, it makes sense for how they would tie it into the main story with the storm being a disaster. That is what it is. Like, they can say that it's going to reveal the truth of the universe or whatever as much as they want. But for the people who were living in these eras, these times, it's a disaster. It has taken so many people throughout history, throughout the entire game. But it doesn't mean it's the end. So this is the story we're dealing with.